It's your boy Nard from the Nard Report. Back today with another episode. This is episode 44 of the Nard Report. And I just want to say is, and all I want to say is, thank y'all for all the love and support y'all are giving me. Y'all have given me on all of my social media platforms here on the YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And if you're new to the YouTube, make sure y'all click that bell to make sure y'all get all the notifications on when I go live and when I post stuff, and sub as well too. We already at 55 subscribers, man. I can't believe we're already at this far. We're trying to get to 100 by the end of October. Let's get this started, man. So share the YouTube, okay? Make sure you subscribe to it, like my videos, all of that, and don't forget to follow me on both of my social media platforms, on TikTok and Instagram at _Nard_report. All right. And in today's episode, I'll recap all of the week 4 NFL games and give y'all my week 5 NFL predictions. All right. So let's get this started, baby. Starting off with Thursday night football game, we got the Seattle Seahawks taking down the Arizona Cardinals in a good one, NFC West thriller, 23-20. What a game this was by the Seattle Seahawks. Sam Darnold, he played great. 18 for 26 for completion, threw for 242 yards, 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions. Offense for Seattle looked great. The defense for Seattle is amazing. I think Seattle has a top 10 defense in the National Football League right now. And these boys could be a scary team in the NFC. I think Seattle is a top 5. Seattle right now is a top 5 team in the NFC right now. Because, man, those boys can ball offensively and defensively. Overall, though, the first half of the game was pretty boring. It was looking like it was going to be Seattle all the way. It was 20-6, but Arizona came back, tied the game at 20. But what cost Arizona the game was that short kick, which gives the Seattle Seahawks the ball on the 40-yard line, and then they get in the field goal range, kick the game-winning field goal, and win it 23-20. Now, let's go to the Cardinals standpoint. They played great. I'm going to give them credit when credit is due. They came back. They never gave up. All right, down 20-6. Kyler Murray took the team down the field to score 2 touchdowns. And he played great. 27 for 41 for completions, threw for 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. So Kyler Murray, he played pretty good. All right. Marvin Harrison, he had a touchdown late in the game, 10 targets, 6 receptions for 66 yards. Trey McBride, 11 targets, 7 receptions for 52 yards. And their defense played pretty solid as well, too. So I knew this was going to be a great game. The NFC West is the best division in the National Football League. So I knew this was going to be close. I knew this game was going to come down to the wire. I picked the Cardinals to win because I like them at home against Seattle. But Seattle just came in and got the job done. And that's it. Seahawks win 23-20. Moving on to the Sunday's games. We start off in London with the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers win 24-21 in Ireland. Let's talk about it. Aaron Rodgers, another great game. All right. Aaron Rodgers is balling out for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. 18 for 22 on completion attempts. Threw for 200 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. And that 1 touchdown came from DK Metcalf, who has been balling for the Pittsburgh Steelers so far this season. 5 targets, 5 receptions for 126 yards and 1 touchdown. Defensively for the Steelers, played amazingly well. Offense was great too. They got the job done in Ireland. Viking standpoint, Carson Wentz, he had a solid game. Threw for 350 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. 30 for 46 on completion attempts. Justin Jefferson, pretty good game. 11 targets, 10 receptions for 126 yards. Jordan Addison, his first game back from that 3-game suspension. 8 targets, 4 receptions for 114 yards. So Vikings, they played pretty good, though. I knew this was going to be a defensive game. Vikings defense kept them in the game overall. Steelers got the job done. Congrats to the Steelers. I picked the Vikings to win, but they'll be in London next week against the Cleveland Browns. So let's see if they'll bounce back. And that's it, though. Great game overall. Intensity was there in the game. Steelers win 24-21. Then we go to the Sunday games. All right, the 1 o'clock games. We're going to start off in the ATL with my Atlanta Falcons taking on the Washington Commanders, winning that game 34-27 in Atlanta. First of all, Zach Robinson. Do you see what happens when you call plays on the field? Just be honest. This is what happens when Zach Robinson calls plays on the field instead of in the booth. Because the offense looked better when Zach Robinson is on the field instead of in the booth. We were still in the pistols formation, but hey, I loved our offense. This was a bounce back game, a much needed game for the Atlanta Falcons. Heading into the bye week, they are now 2-2. Michael Penix, what a game. 20 for 26 for completion attempts, threw for 313 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Bijan Robinson, great game, phenomenal game. 17 attempts, ran for 75 yards and 1 touchdown. Tyler Algier ran for 51 yards and 1 touchdown. How about Drake London? 10 targets, 8 receptions for 1 touchdown and 110 yards. Kyle Pitts, we are finally getting Kyle Pitts involved, baby. Man, Penix has officially locked Pitts this year, man, and I'm excited for that. He also scored a touchdown, 5 targets, 5 receptions for 70 yards. All right. Offensively, looked great. The defense played well, too. Xavier Watts with his 2nd career interception of the season. Congrats to Xavier Watts. Man, he has been balling so far this season. And I'm glad that we selected him in the draft. And our rookies, too. Jalen Walker, James Pierce, Billy Bowman, they also showed out as well, too. All right. Washington, they played a pretty good game, but Atlanta led throughout the whole game. What a job by the Atlanta Falcons holding on to the league and winning that game. Marcus Mariota did not have a great game. This was his first game back in Atlanta. 16 for 27 for completion attempts, threw for 156 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. No JD5, no Terry McLaurin. But hey, though, this was the same Washington team that put up 41 against the Raiders. So y'all really thought that the Washington Commanders were going to come into Atlanta and beat us with Marcus Mariota? Nah. Atlanta stood on business at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in front of the home crowd. I am happy that we got the win. We are now 2-2 heading into the bye week. All right, and then after the bye, we got the Buffalo Bills. So I'm happy, man. I'm enjoying this week. I enjoyed Sunday, and we cashed my parlay on Prize Picks. All right, but that's it, though. Atlanta Falcons win 34-27 against the Washington Commanders. Rise up, baby. This is going to be a great week, a great bye week, and let's get well rested and ready to go. All right. Next game, we got the Philadelphia Eagles taking down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 31-25 in Tampa. Great game. 2 NFC powerhouse teams going up against each other. Eagles got the job done. Jalen Hurts played a great game, 15 for 24 for completion attempts, threw for 130 yards, 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Saquon Barkley had a touchdown, ran for 43 yards and 1 touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 2 touchdowns, and they also had a touchdown on special teams with that block punt earlier in the game. So the Eagles came ready to play, all right? But I knew this was going to be a great game. I expected a shootout, but hey, this was good enough, all right? Baker Mayfield, solid game, 20 for 44 completion attempts, threw for 289 yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Emeka Egbuka with another touchdown, 10 targets, 4 receptions for 101 yards. Emeka Egbuka is a freaking beast, man. That's rookie of the year, okay? Emeka got that locked up already. Emeka Egbuka is your rookie of the year, all right? And that dude is a dog. All right. But, man, what a game by the Eagles. They win 31-25. I knew they were going to win this game. They're the better team, more healthier. So I knew the Eagles were going to get the job done. Next up, we go to New York and Jackson Dart's debut. The New York Giants take down the Los Angeles Chargers, handing them their first loss of the season, 21-18. Jackson Dart is their new franchise quarterback. All Jackson Dart is the savior for the New York Giants. 13 for 20 for completion attempts, threw for 111 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. Prayers up to Malik Nabers. That was a sad injury, man, because now that he's out for the season and he was about to go crazy with Jackson Dart at QB, because Jackson Dart is a very good quarterback. New York Giants, you finally got yourself a franchise quarterback for the first time since Eli Manning. And congrats on getting the win, too, at home in front of your home crowd, handing the Los Angeles Chargers their first loss of the NFL season. All right. Justin Herbert did not play a pretty good game. 23 for 41 for completion attempts, threw for 203 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. All right. Quentin Johnson, this dude is playing like a top 10 receiver in the National Football League right now. 13 targets, 8 receptions for 98 yards. Keenan Allen, 7 targets, 5 receptions for 37 yards. Where has Ladd McConkey been? I thought he was wide receiver 1 for the Chargers, but nah. Quentin Johnson is now wide receiver 1. Ladd at 2, and then Keenan Allen at 3. That's how it is right now. But Chargers, rough loss. Jackson Dart came in there and beat y'all in his rookie debut. And congrats to the Giants. They win 21-18. Moving on to the next game, we go to the Buffalo Bills taking down the New Orleans Saints 31-19 in Buffalo. The Saints suck. Okay? Saints, y'all might win at least 2. I got y'all going 3-14, but y'all looking like an 0-17 team. Okay? Because Spencer Rattler is not good. Y'all offense runs through Alvin Kamara, who was the best offensive player on the team. And I don't have to say that much about the Saints. But the only positive thing I'm going to give to them was that they kept the Buffalo Bills in the game. Josh Allen, he had a great game. 16 for 22 for completion attempts, threw for 209 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. James Cook ran for 117 yards, 1 touchdown, and excuse me, guys. In 22 attempts, Josh Allen for rushing, 7 attempts for 45 yards and 1 touchdown. Shakir had a touchdown, and so has Dalton Kincaid, the tight end. Bills' offense was electric. The defense was there. The Buffalo Bills are the best AFC team. The AFC runs through Buffalo. All right. If you want to get to that Super Bowl, you got to go to Buffalo, man, because those boys are balling. Josh Allen, he might win the MVP again this year. All right. I'm going to keep it a buck. Josh Allen might win his second MVP. But that's it. Bills win 31-19 against the Saints. Next up, we go to Detroit with the Lions beating the Browns 34-10. Ain't nothing much to say here. The Browns, they're not a good team. The Lions dominated. Jared Goff, great game, 16 for 27 for completion attempts, threw for 168 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Jahmyr Gibbs ran for 91 yards and 1 touchdown. David Montgomery, not a good game. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 2 touchdowns. 7 targets, 7 receptions for 70 yards. Defense played well, too, for the Lions. Shut out the Browns, slow down Joe Flacco. And that offense, let's be realistic. The Browns' offense is not that good, okay? But they got a good defense, though. Joe Flacco, Cleveland Browns. I understand Flacco's the veteran quarterback. He has the most experience. Yes, he took y'all to the playoffs, but I'm going to just say this right now. If you want to win games, start Shedeur Sanders, okay? Hear me out, Cleveland Browns. I will say it again. Start Shedeur Sanders, okay? Do not even think about starting Dillon Gabriel because Shedeur Sanders is better than Dillon, all right? If I said this in the offseason, if y'all want to win games, start Shedeur Sanders. Just keep it in the buck with you. And I'll be real with y'all, that win against the Packers was a fluke. Okay, y'all should have not won that game. But that's it, though. Lions win 34-10 against the Browns. Next up, we got the New England Patriots putting BTA on the Carolina Panthers 42-13. Drake May, amazing game. 14 for 17 for completion attempts, threw for 203 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Offensively, amazing. Defensively, amazing. Panthers, y'all are one of the worst teams in the National Football League. Panthers fans, it's so funny how y'all talk all that last week after y'all blew out the Atlanta Falcons 30-0, and then y'all go to New England, got whooped up by the Patriots 42-13. But man, Bryce Young, he did not have a great game. 18 for 30 for completion attempts, 3 for 1 touchdown and 0 interceptions. The Panthers are highly overrated. Okay, I'm just keeping it a buck with y'all. Panthers are highly overrated and one of the worst football teams in the NFL. All right. And New England, don't get me wrong, I think New England could sneak into the playoffs this year, by the way they're looking. They got a good offense, underrated defense. So watch out for the Patriots in that AFC wildcard race. All right. Next up, we go to Houston in the AFC South showdown. The Texans blow out the Titans 26-0. Now, I'm not going to really talk about much because the Titans suck. Even Cam Ward said it after the game, which I found it so hilarious. He said, if we keep it a buck, if you know, you know. Because the Titans suck. The Texans dominated, got their first win of the season. CJ Stroud offensively and the Texans defense played well. And the Titans did not show up at all. So that's why I'm going to say Texans win 26-0. When there's blowout games, I'm not going to really dive in deep to them because there ain't much to talk about. All right. Now we go to the 4 o'clock games. Starting off in LA, we got the Rams beating the Colts, handing them their first loss of the season, 27-20 in a very close game. I ain't going to lie. I feel like the Colts should have won that game. All right. If A.D. Mitchell does not fumble the ball on the 1-yard line, what are you doing? Celebrated too early. You pulled the Jonathan Taylor. This is one thing I hate about NFL players. When they about to score a touchdown, they drop the ball on the 1-yard line. Wait until you get 2 feet into the end zone, and then you drop the ball. All right? Or just wait until you fully get into the end zone and never drop the ball. Okay? That's it. If he does not fumble that ball, the Colts win that game. Matthew Stafford playing like an MVP quarterback. 29 for 41 for completion attempts, threw for 375 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Puka Nacua, that dude is a dog. 15 targets, 13 receptions for 170 yards and 1 touchdown. Devontae Adams had a touchdown as well, too, playing his best game as a Los Angeles Ram. Man, Devontae Adams is going crazy in Los Angeles. He's finally on the championship caliber team, and he finally has a good quarterback around him. And watch out for the Rams this year, okay? Eagles, I'm going to say the Rams are the biggest threat to y'all, okay? Because these boys can play offensively and defensively. I think they're going to give the Eagles some problems. All right. And for the Colts side, Daniel Jones did not have a great game. He had 2 interceptions. Colts basically beat themselves. Okay. And that's it. Rams win 27-20. Next up, we go to San Francisco with the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers. Jags win 26-21 in San Fran, handing the 49ers their first loss of the season. What a great game by Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Offensively, they look great. Travis Etienne had a great game. BTJ have a great game. Travis Hunter is balling with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence is playing one of his best seasons so far with this team. Trevor Lawrence had a great game, 21 for 31 for completion attempts, threw for 174 yards, 1 touchdown, and 0 interceptions. Travis Etienne ran for 124 yards and 1 touchdown. Travis Hunter, 5 targets, 3 receptions for 43 yards. BTJ, Brian Thomas Jr., 7 targets, 5 receptions for 49 yards. Defensively, they look great. Okay, getting after Brock Purdy. slowing down their receivers. Yes, I understand the Niners are banged up, but they put up a fight. Okay? Brock Purdy did not play the great game. 22 for 38 for completion attempts, threw for 309 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Brock Purdy, I'm going to say this right now. Brock Purdy is good, but he is not good. Okay? I understand he took this team to the Super Bowl and all that, but Brock Purdy is just not that good. All right? And I'm going to just say this right now. The Jacksonville Jaguars will win the AFC South this year. I understand the Colts are playing good, but it's going to come down between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars for the AFC South. And that's it. Jags win 26-21. Next up, we go to Kansas City with the Chiefs blowing out the Ravens 37-20. Lamar Jackson got hurt. The Ravens, what is going on in Baltimore? Okay, does John Harbaugh need to get fired? Derrick Henry, this is not his best season so far. Fumbling every game. He usually have over 100 yards every game, but this season, the highest he had was like almost 85 rushing yards. I don't know what's going on with Derrick Henry. Lamar Jackson, he's not playing like an MVP caliber quarterback. And the Ravens are in big danger of missing the playoffs this year because, man, the AFC is pretty stacked right now with these teams, and they're in trouble of winning their division because the Steelers are balling right now. I picked the Bengals to win that division, but now Joe Burrow's hurt. Jake Brown is at quarterback. They need to trade for a quarterback. Okay, just keep it a buck. Chiefs, great game. Mahomes played well. The offense was effectively well. Xavier Worthy played great. All right. The defense was phenomenal, shutting out Lamar Jackson in that offense. Basically, this game was all Chiefs. All right. And there ain't much to talk about. So Chiefs win 37-20. Next up, we go to Vegas with the Bears beating the Raiders 25-24 in Las Vegas. What a game this was. The Bears went on a blocked field goal. I feel like the Raiders should have won this game, but Geno did not play too good. Geno Smith, 14 for 21 for completion attempts, threw for 117 yards, 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Ashton Jenney, great game. Ran for 138 yards, 1 touchdown. All right. As of right now, Ashton Jenney is their best offensive player for the Las Vegas Raiders. So, Geno, I see why. Geno doesn't really have weapons like that besides Denton and Brock Bowers. Caleb Williams had a great game, 22 for 37 for completion attempts, threw for 212 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Back and forth game overall. These two teams were going at it with each other. Raiders set up for a potential game-winning field goal, blocked by the Bears. They win 25-24. Next up, we go to Sunday night with Micah's return to Dallas. Packers and Cowboys tie at 40. I can't believe somebody should have won this game. Dallas should have won the game, but at the end, Jordan Love barely got the ball off in time with 5 seconds left and barely got that 1 second. The Cowboys were this close to upsetting the Packers. I'm going to just say this right now. If the Cowboys would have won this game, this is upset of the year. Okay? But Dallas defense is horrible. All right? But their offense is pretty good, though. Dak Prescott, great game. All right? He balled out. 31 for 40 for completion attempts, threw for 319 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. George Pickens went off. No CeeDee Lamb. He was the next man up. 11 targets, 8 receptions for 134 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So this was a shootout, basically an offensive game. The defense didn't really show up at all, but this was more about the offense because defense didn't even want to come ready to play. It was like touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. But in overtime, though, Michael Parsons made a game-saving play because if he didn't sack Dak Prescott, he would have ran it in for a touchdown. But the Packers, I'm going to say this right now, why you didn't go for the win? If I was Green Bay, I would have went for the win. But Green Bay said, hey, a tie is better than a loss. So the Packers and Cowboys tie at 40. Next, last but not least, we go to the 2 Monday night games. And I'll be realistic, these Monday night games were boring. Let's start off with in Miami. Dolphins went 27-21 against the Jets. Prayers up to Tyreek Hill. Man, dislocated leg. He will be out for the season. We got the news this morning. It don't really matter because the Dolphins aren't making the playoffs. The Jets aren't making the playoffs. But Justin Fields played a pretty good game. Tua played a great game. I'm not going to dive much into this game. But the Dolphins led throughout the whole game. And they played well. Not going to lie, those black unis go hard. And the Jets put up a fight. And that's it. Dolphins went 27-21. And last but not least, the Broncos blow out the Bengals 28-3. Hear me out, Falcons fans. We don't like hearing this score, but Broncos went 28-3, blowing out the Bengals. Man, Bengals, I think y'all season is over. Okay. If y'all don't trade for a quarterback, I don't know what else to say. I think the Cincinnati Bengals should get on the phone right now and call the New York Giants for Russell Wilson. That's what I think. I swear, if the Bengals trade for a quarterback, their season might still be alive. But ain't much to say. Broncos played well. Bo Nix lit the defense up. The defense for the Broncos was amazing. Broncos went 28-3. And now I'm here to give y'all my Week 5 NFL predictions. Here we go. Starting off with the Thursday night game, we got the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. NFC West showdown. This is going to be a great game. 2 3-1 teams battling for first place in the division. Give me the Rams over the 49ers at home. I think they're the better team. They got the better roster. And the Niners are still dealing with injuries. Next up, we go to the London game. We got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Cleveland Browns. I got the Vikings beating the Browns. But I do think the Browns are going to hang in there in the ball game. But I think the Vikings will bounce back. Next up, we got the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. I swear, if the Ravens lose this game, John Harbaugh is out of there. Okay? We just keep it in the book. If the Ravens lose, John Harbaugh is gone. All right? But I'm going to take the Ravens to beat the Texans. Next up, we got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Carolina Panthers. This is a sorry game, but I'm going to go with the Panthers. Raiders Colts, I'm going to go with the Colts over the Raiders. I think they will bounce back against a rough loss against the Los Angeles Rams. We got the Giants taking on the Saints, another trash game. Give me the Giants over the Saints. Cowboys versus Jets, give me the Cowboys over the Jets. I swear, if the Cowboys lose this game, they suck. All right. Denver Broncos, Philadelphia Eagles. Give me the Eagles over Broncos, but I won't be surprised if the Broncos pull off the upset. Next up, we go to the 4 o'clock games. The Tennessee Titans and the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals, if you lose this game, just pack it up for the season. All right. So I'm going to take the Cardinals over the Titans. Next up, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Great game. Okay. These are 2 NFC powerhouse teams going up against each other. 2 3-1 teams. I like Seattle at home against the Buccaneers. I think that defense is elite. They're going to slow down Baker Mayfield in that offense. So give me the Seattle Seahawks over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Next up, we got the Detroit Lions taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Lions are going to beat the Bengals. Okay, Bengals don't have a quarterback. They don't have a defense, and they don't have an offensive line. Next up, we got the Washington Commanders taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Give me the Commanders over the Chargers. I'm assuming that JD5 and Terry McLaurin will play this weekend. So give me Washington over LA. Then we go to Sunday night. We got the New England Patriots taking on the Buffalo Bills. Give me Buffalo over New England, but I won't be surprised if the Patriots upset though. And then last but not least, Monday Night Football. We got the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Drum roll, please. Upset alert. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars over the Kansas City Chiefs. The Jaguars have impressed me a lot this season. The Chiefs haven't really done much. So I like the Jaguars over the Chiefs at home in Jacksonville. And 4 teams on the bye week. We got my Atlanta Falcons. We got the Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears, and Pittsburgh Steelers are all on the bye week. And that concludes today's episode of the NAR Report. I will post my week 5 predictions on YouTube, so make sure y'all stay tuned for more. All right. And if y'all new to the YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe and click that bell to make sure y'all get all the notifications on when I go live. And I appreciate everybody that joined the show today. And don't forget to follow me on both of my social media platforms on TikTok and Instagram at @the_NAR_report. Have a good rest of your day. Nard out.